Welcome back to Garage Therapy. Just took a quick trip up to Kansas City. They're about 2 hours north of me. Go speak to a gentleman, Mr. at MOPARISBEST. He's up there in Kansas City, Kansas. Same city, just on the border kind of thing. Scored this awesome 72 Charger hood from him. Also got some goodies in the back of my truck. Some axles, some rear ends. A tire shop broke the rear end of my Charger, so I went and got some of those so we can replace that. Let's go check out what they are. These are my new goodies. Well, not new, but this one is the 8 1/4. This one's out of the 73, 74 Chargers. It's got the big opening for the perch mount over there. Same as these. Can't zoom that in. But either way, that one over there is the 12-bolt Chrysler 9 1/4. That's the one that I'm putting in my Charger. That's a much bigger, beefier, heavier rear end. And right now I'm going to try and unload it. 11-inch drums. Not 11-inch drums. These are obviously been sitting a little while. It's all right. We're going to see what's up with that one. This is the important one. This is the big, heavy one. Same gentleman also scored the 72 hood. Quite the deal. Just one of those awesome guys that knows everything. Has 15, 20 years on me for knowledge. Asked if I wanted to give him another $20 to get this hood. So I was like, yes. 72. Can tell from the louvers, they're not parallel, perpendicular up and down. It's pretty clean. It's got a few little spots, but all I'm doing with this is cutting a big hole in it so I can cut a hole in it and put a scoop on it. And I don't want to ruin the one that's on my car now. So I'll paint this one black with a big scoop. Starting to look like a nightclub in here. My boss lady got some of these cool lights off Temu for me. Some flags and stuff. Over in Corvette corner, I've got the Valvoline one. Over here is the Cummins one, another Valvoline one. And then the two that were behind me, the Edelbrock and STP. Kind of cool. This one was not so bad. Not too bad. Oh man, this one, however. It's the same thing as a Dana 60. Get my gloves on. Whew, I'm not ready for this. I mean, I'm ready. I am ready. This. Cool thing about the open diff. This is a lot easier when I had Roy. Look, here comes my slacking ass help. 30 minutes later, you just missed all the stuff. Is that your airsoft material? You're on camera. Oh. Thank you. You got here just in time. All right, I'm gonna lift this side up and just gonna push this right under the middle right here. It's fine. Look at the shop. No, the jet. Push that under when I lift it up. All right. Woo! It's gonna work. Teamwork. All right. Let's stop recording that for now. Well, I'm back. It's been 3 days, maybe. Now I can't even remember. But like I said on a few of my other videos, I've got MS, multiple sclerosis, and sometimes doing this kind of stuff can take its toll on me. So I don't know how, I just got fatigued real bad after unloading these. So I got them set up. This one is the one that's now going in the car. This one is a 9 1/4 out of a B body. This one I think is out of a C body, but this is 73, 74. You can tell because of the spring perch right here. They don't have the little dowel hole guidance centering pinhole. So with these, just as the same as this one over here, I'm gonna end up putting, well, not on this one, actually, on this one, I'll put a washer in here, weld a washer in here so I can center it over this axle and put that one in there. But this just gives you a quick visual. This is basically the exact same thing that would be in any other Plymouth Chrysler product with a 8 1/4 versus the 9 1/4. Right off the bat, you can just see the general size difference in them. This one being 8 1/4, 8 1/4 inch ring gear, 9 1/4 inch ring gear. Huge difference. Also, you can probably see in the tubes, the 8 1/4, these are 3 inch straight across. These are a bit girthier coming straight out of the housing. These are 3 1/2. It tapers down to 3 inch. Some people, I've heard of people comparing these to a Dana 60. I don't think so. I mean, that's a big beefy rear end, but it's not a Dana 60. I mean, let's be honest. What else? 11 inch drums, 10 inch drums. The 11's way bigger, way more bite, way more stopping power. This one, I did clear the tag off. This is a 271. I don't know if you can see that. Or 279, what is it, 270 something. What is it? I can't remember. 271? And I want to say this one was the same. Yeah. 271. Open diff, but this one came out of a 74 Dodge Charger. So it should just fit right into this. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm going to clean it up a bit. Part of me wants to get the disc brake conversion for it. I don't know. I did disc brakes on an 8 3/4 that I had narrowed in a Dodge Dart. Kind of think I'm going to do the same thing in this. Don't know yet. Now, some of you are going to say, well, Sean, how come you didn't just get an 8 3/4 to put in here? Well, an 8 3/4 is going to cost me $1,000 for one that's in running operating condition with an open diff, with some drums. This may be a tad bit stronger, a bit bigger, beefier, but the 8 3/4 has all the aftermarket accessibility to it. If I'm going to spend the money on an 8 3/4, which is going to be $1,500 or more for a decent 8 3/4, geared right, rebuilt, everything, I'm going to spend a little bit extra and I'm going to get a Dana 60. Also, finding the 8 3/4 for this body style is a little bit more rare than the 68, 69, 70 body style, as the springs are a little bit narrower on those. These are a few inches wider. Putting a second gen B body, 67, 8, sorry, not 67, 68, 69, 70 Chargers, Roadrunners and that stuff. The axles are a bit narrower. Grant's a little bit more tire, but then I got to move springs in, like I said. Then trying to find a B body 8 3/4 for the third gen B bodies like mine, good luck. Like they're out there. Don't get me wrong, they're out there. They're just hard to find and they're expensive. This unit, $200. Totally okay with that. And then how did I get my $200 for this? I sold the dual snorkel off of this because I'll never use the dual snorkel on this again because I've got a bigger intake and blah, blah, blah. It's just not going to fit. But now, well, shoot, I guess it would have fit now since I've got that other hood outside that I could cut the hole in to make a bigger scoop. And, I didn't think about all that. Well, whatever. Anyway, sold the dual snorkel, which gave me some funds to buy this. And this is going to work for what I need it to do. I just don't know if the 271 is going to get me there fast enough. It'll cruise. I'll be able to cruise down 66. No problem at all. But I want a little bit more gear. So I'm going to get going. Give me a week or so and I'll start putting this in. I'll have a video for that. A couple days I'm going to have a video putting, like I said, these gaskets on. I don't remember what this is. Let's find out. What else do I... Oh, just the coil doohickey, the coil bracket. That way I can mount it so it's sitting level. It looks nice. It's not looking like a bag of wieners. But I just wanted to run through and give you a quick visualization of what these look like side by side in a quick, honest comparison. They're not completely the same, as this one is a little bit longer than this one. I want to, you know, it's like a tick hair or something. Not much longer at all. Again, both open diff. This one, I may just weld this, but with it being a 271, I kind of want to go a little bit steeper of a gear, at least the 355, maybe the 392 setup. I may try to find something out of a truck, out of a junkyard, so I can save some moolah, because rebuilding this is not cheap. But I think I would be able to get something out of an 80s Dodge truck, maybe something that's at a 355, 410, 411, something, I don't know, something fun for the street. What else? There's something else I was going to go over with this, but now I don't remember. Welding it?